Why do I know that? Research I did last year, my previous job at AIM International. It wasn't exactly a runaway. This is the kind of technology that makes up Enterprise 2.0, wikis, social networking, blogs, search, RSS, social bookmarking. Hopefully some of these things are sounding familiar. I suspect that wikis are the most popular here as well, but I could be wrong. Why is that? These are not brand new inventions, as it turns out. When I first started talking about wikis 7 years ago, I thought it was sort of late, but the first wiki was actually created in 1995. My brother went to college with this guy, worked at Cunningham, so I have a weird, twisted path back to being father of this stuff. I haven't yet talked to him, but I plan to. 10 years later, I have a music background. Overnight successes don't happen overnight, as it turns out, people. It takes 10 years on average, just a rough ballpark. And what happened? Well, Wikipedia happened. Pretty sure most people, even my in-laws who don't own computers, know what Wikipedia is. But most people have never actually written a Wikipedia article or commented or edited on one. And if they can't be bothered to do that, there's no barrier whatsoever to doing that. Are they actually doing that in the enterprise? Maybe, maybe not. So Wikipedia is what most people now just call encyclopedia. Anybody bought Encyclopedia Britannica last year, 5 years, 10 years? Certainly not me. I mean, I treasured it when I was a kid. My parents had Encyclopedia Britannica. I don't know anybody that's doing that today. So that's what we call disruptive innovation. Who saw it coming? Britannica did it, and they tried to deny it. And who knows if it will last forever? Nothing lasts forever. But it certainly changed things and changed our whole concept of how that model works in participatory collaboration. Enterprise 2.0 piggybacked off of Web 2.0, a very vacuous term, very flexible term, which is why it's very popular. So a huge rise. Enterprise 2.0 came about mid-2006 or so. And as you can see, nowhere near as popular. So that's why I would say that Enterprise 2.0, if you want to call it that, that could be fine, but it might not be very useful as a recognizable buzzword in your organization. What is Web 2.0? It's a whole lot of things. There's whole conferences where they talk about what exactly is Web 2.0 and all the cool stuff that's going on there. Handful of candidates, Google, Technorati, Skype, lots of different things. The key is that it enables a certain set of capabilities that I'll get to in just a second. What happened is that Web 2.0, Wikipedia, things like that have infected the enterprise. What seems to have happened instantly, if you're not really closely paying attention, which is my job, is to sit there and watch these, watch the bulb grow essentially on the new terms that come along and see what actually lives, is unlike steroids, which tends to take effect pretty quickly. I don't know, personal experience, but that's what I've heard. It also deflates relatively quickly, in certain areas anyhow. And what happened is that the journey from personal productivity, the original introduction of PCs into the world, to what we're calling Web 2.0, social media, all these sorts of things, took about 24 years. That's not my opinion directly. Time every year does the man of the year. In '83, machine of the year was the personal computer. Totally changed the way that computers were used in organizations and homes and all that. 2007, all of us, you, congratulations, we were all man of the year, woman of the year, person of the year, take it out. And it was about participation, social, the broadest participation possible. That's a screenshot from YouTube. There's more video created every minute than can ever be watched in a lifetime, basically, that's dumped onto YouTube. I don't know if that's a good thing, it's just a fact. What has happened from the social aspect is that it creates dramatic magnification of when you release information or you release ideas and you're looking for feedback, you can get a lot more people participating in that process. And there's many reasons for that, which I'll hit briefly through this. It's absolutely real. I've seen it myself, and I'll show you some of those examples too. But I hope if you get nothing else from this, if you can't find something that you can benefit from personally in this presentation, something has gone horribly wrong. And if people in your organization can't also broadly get some better benefit from this as well, something's really gone wrong, because there's almost no reason why you shouldn't be able to do that. So 2, technology, important, but not most important. 2, if you don't embrace and magnify the abilities of your people, then you're going to have some major problems, and that's a huge opportunity we have. I'm I'm a fan of surrealism. This is not a brain, it's a picture of a brain. Having pictures of brains doesn't do a whole lot for you in your organization. Actually using your brain, the other brains of the people in your organization to maximum effect, is a very smart thing to do. It's not enough to just talk about we need to empower our employees. You actually do need to empower employees and let them actually take advantage of this stuff. Put those brains to work everywhere, all the time, regardless. And even the brains that you don't own, not employees, suppliers, partners, customers, everybody, there's essentially no boundary, potentially. Are you ready for that or not? It's something I'll also get to in a second. So, zombies like brains. They don't mind if brains are just sitting there because it's food for them. But for everybody else, if you're not actually leveraging those brains, training them, finding the right people to do the right jobs, and making the most of them, then it's a huge wasted opportunity. I think it's a little bit lofty to call it human capital management, especially since capital management these days is not in very good shape. But if you don't value the brains that you have, really, beyond a paycheck, then there's a lot that you're missing out on that.